Have you ever had a pizza? It's quite tasty, I must say. It's shaped as a circle which is cut into triangles and often comes in a square box. You see, the pizza is a clear depiction of how we can present data. Hello and welcome to today's lesson on the pie chart. In this lesson, we will learn the definition of the pie chart and how to construct one. A pie chart is a circle which is divided into sections where each section is proportional to the value it represents. A pie chart is measured in percentages or degrees with the entire circle representing 100% or 360 degrees. So, how do we then construct a pie chart? Here's an example. Mr. Shea is a successful businessman who owns a robot manufacturing company. The business has been in operation since 2016. Now, Mr. Shea wants to find out how much money his company has made since its inception. He also wants to know in what year the company made the most revenue. He then calls his accountant, Mr. Cairo. He asks Mr. Cairo to present him 5 years of data of the company's revenue from 2016 to 2020. Mr. Cairo could easily do this using tables and other tools, but he chose to use a tool that would be easier to understand. He chose the pie chart. To prepare the pie chart, Mr. Cairo wrote down the annual revenue of the company. In 2016, the company's total revenue was 50 million. In 2017, the company was able to make 35 million in revenue. 2018 came around and revenue was 60 million. In 2019, the company made 50 million. And finally, in 2020, the company made 70 million. Mr. Cairo then summed up the yearly revenues to get the total revenue of the company between 2016 and 2020. Now, after summing it all up, the total came up to 265 million. Mr. Cairo still didn't have his pie chart. In order to construct the pie chart, he has to calculate the percentage of the total value represented by each year's value. He calculates the percentage represented by the year 2016's revenue by dividing 50 million, that is the total amount of revenue for that year, by 265. That is the total amount of revenue for 5 years, and multiplied the result by 100. The result of this is approximately 19%. He repeats this process for all remaining 4 years, getting 13, 23, 19, and 26 respectively. If you sum all these numbers, you would realize they add up to 100. That is 100%. As you may have noticed, Mr. Cairo still doesn't have his pie chart. That is because he has one more step to go. He needs to calculate the degree of the total value represented by each year's value. In order to calculate this, for 2016, he divides 50 by 265 and multiplies the results by 360. This gives him 68. Again, he repeats this process for all remaining 4 years. He gets 47, 82, 68, and 95. Notice anything about these new figures? That's right, they add up to 360. Mr. Cairo then drew a circle. He uses a protractor and divides the circle by the angles calculated. Mr. Cairo then writes down the label, the percentage, and the degree of each sector in the pie chart. Each sector represents a proportion of the circle and also represents a proportion of the total revenue of the company. The pie chart was now ready to be presented to Mr. Shea. Mr. Shea took a glimpse at the pie chart and he immediately knew which year he made the most revenue and which year he made the least revenue. Can you identify these 2 years from the pie chart? I bet that you can. Now, spend some time studying the pie chart and I will see you in the next lesson.